Hi friends! The first time that I loved being Black was when the touring company of the Lion King musical performed in my hometown. There were so many people with amazing voices and brown skin. It was like nothing I'd ever seen. In fact, I think that was the first time that I'd ever seen another Black woman and thought, wow, she's beautiful. I was 17. Of course, the most recent time that I loved being Black was when I watched the video for Formation. Now, I have a complicated relationship with race that I've talked about in previous videos, but just like the little Black girls in a 1939 experiment that asked them to assign characteristics to either a Black doll or a white doll, and they gave the white dolls characteristics like good, pretty, nice, and the Black dolls stupid, ugly, bad. I too spent much of my life hiding from my Blackness. I'd talk in a certain way, straighten my hair, cover myself in sunscreen and long sleeves to try to prevent my skin from getting any darker. I avoided wearing lipstick to not draw attention to my big lips. It hasn't even been 2 years since I stopped doing some of that shit. But no matter what I did to try and control it, more than every once in a while, my Blackness would just come back up and smack me in the face again. There'd be the kids who'd come back from spring break with fresh tans, holding their arms up to mine and saying, look, I'm almost Black. Or the friend in high school who by way of backhanded compliment would say, your hair almost looks white, but you definitely have a Black person nose. Or there'd be the times that I'd get in the shower after a day at the beach, just hoping that some of the pigment might wash off of my skin. All of those moments built within me implicit bias, those underlying assumptions that we all have, despite our best efforts to be equal and inclusive, that tell us white equals good and Black equals bad. And it's hard to overcome. One of the researchers studying implicit bias said that he was only able to pass the test after a day of watching Black athletes dominate the Summer Olympics. But if we need Black excellence to be able to love ourselves, then yesterday we got it. Beyonce looking powerful as hell, sinking a squad car, shaking her ass in a plantation house. The little boy who turned up so hard, he made the cops put their hands up. Blue Ivy though, literally dancing on top of oppression in a Black feminist girl squad. Now, I know I still have biracial privilege and that my skin's a lighter shade of brown and that my hair texture is on the finer side, but still, when I watched that video, I felt vindicated. I'm pretty sure that every flat iron and contour brush in America got landfilled yesterday. And I'm in a place in my life where I don't hide from the sunshine anymore. I want to be brown as hell. But Beyonce took our melanin and turned it into pure gold. Look, Black folk do a lot of mourning. We spend a lot of time in anger, but finally, we get a chance to celebrate what we've been taught to hate for so long. We get to watch little brown kids grow up to love their hair and their skin and their bodies, even while we still fight to protect their right to exist. So this video has been brought to you by Unapologetic Blackness, but in the comments, I want you to tell me something about yourself that it took you a long time to love. If you liked this video, you can consider subscribing if you are so inclined. You can also find me on all my social medias in the links below, and I will see you next week. Bye!